What's up, Aquarius Sun and Scorpio Moon tribe? I'm so excited for this share because I'm a fellow Aquarius Sun and a fellow Scorpio Moon, so super pumped up for this video. And if you are new here, I'm Ria. I'm a mystic, astrologer, past life hypnotherapist, quantum energy healer, and a Reiki practitioner. And you can learn more about me and my services on my website, riastrology.com. Now, before I get started with this exciting share, remember that your sun and your moon are going to be unique. They're going to be in their own houses, making their own aspects, and taking a life and energy of their own. Because we're all individuals. That's exactly what the Aquarian energy is about, individuality, and there are no two birth charts that are the same. And if you want to learn more about your sun and your moon on a deeper level, I do offer astrology sessions, so you can check those out on my website, riastrology.com. I'll leave a link down below. And also, I have videos on what the sun in astrology and what the moon in astrology mean, and also a video on the sun versus the moon and the difference and what's more important. So make sure you check out those videos before you watch this so that you have a better understanding of the sun and the moon in astrology and in your natal chart. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to do a pick a card reading. I want to keep these videos fun and exciting. So watch out for the end because we're going to do a quick little pick a card reading. All right, so let's start off. Aquarius Sun and Scorpio Moon. So remember that the sun is at the center of our universe, at the center of our solar system. And everything revolves around the sun, and it's the largest object in our solar system. And as above, so below. So the sun in your chart, wherever it is, whatever house it's in, that area is under the spotlight. That is going to be a very dominant area in your life. And your chart is going to revolve around that area, wherever that sun is in your chart. Because that's how powerful the sun is. Just radiates this light. And what's interesting is the moon actually doesn't produce its own light. It actually relies on the sun. It needs the sun for light because it's the sunlight that reflects from the surface of the moon. And then that's what we see as the moonlight. So everything really does go back to the sun. I see the sun as this source creational energy where, we need the sun. We cannot survive without the sun. So although you'll feel your moon so strongly, it does go back to the sun. The sun gives life to everything, meaning and purpose to everything. And that's why it's so important to understand the relationship between your sun and your moon sign. So let's talk about the Aquarius Sun and the Scorpio Moon. Both of these signs are fixed signs. The Aquarius Sun is a fixed air sign, a fixed air masculine sign. And the Scorpio Moon is a fixed water feminine sign. And it's the perfect balance because the sun is the masculine, the moon is the feminine. And then you have your sun in the sign Aquarius, which is also a masculine sign, an air sign, a very left brain futuristic energy. It's all about mental stimulation. And then you have the moon in Scorpio, which is also feminine. It's the darkness. It's the intimate. The depths. The emotion. So it's this beautiful combination. And I'm so proud of this combination. And that's something that the sun rules, is pride. Now, pride doesn't have to be a toxic thing. If you're proud of the things that mean something, that have meaning and depth. And what I love about the Aquarius Sun is that it prides itself on originality and individuality and being true to yourself. You know, someone is channeling their Aquarius Sun when they are true to their self, when they march to the beat of their own drum and are not fazed about what anyone else is doing. And they are just doing them because their identity is so important. It's so important. Being their own person, being unique, being different, being an individual, not doing what everyone else is doing, not doing what society is doing, or following. An Aquarius Sun with the Moon in Scorpio is a leader. There is no following the crowd. Not at all. And it's that lone wolf energy, because often, you know, people are afraid of being their self because it can be very lonely being yourself. Because when you're true to who you are, you'll realize there's a lot of people that are sheeple and just follow the crowd. And when you have strong beliefs and when you're different, it can be a lonely road, but it's the most fulfilling road. Because, you know, when time and space, the time and space we're in right now, when this does come to an end, our soul holds us accountable. Like, were you true to yourself? Or were you manipulated by society in the darkness and you abandoned yourself or betrayed yourself and started to follow the crowd? Being who you were born to be, being true to yourself, is the most rewarding thing ever. You have no regrets. You have no regrets. And when you have two fixed energies, the sun in a fixed sign and the moon in a fixed sign, there is no fear. You are fearless. And that's why you do your own thing. Nothing holds you back. Anything that holds you back, limits you, you'll destroy it. Like that Scorpio moon will destroy it for you because no, you're not having it. You ain't having anything come in between you and your authenticity. You shine when you are being yourself. You shine when you lead by example. You also shine when you participate in humanitarian activities. Participate in doing things that add value, because if you think about the the Aquarius symbol, it's the water bearer, right? It's about giving, filling cups. And water, oh my goodness, it's this wisdom, this healing energy. It's a gift. It's one of the biggest gifts we have. So you feel fulfilled when you are doing something for humanity, for the collective. When I think of the Aquarius energy, especially people who have a lot of strong Aquarius energy, so if you have more planets in Aquarius too, because it's this galactic energy, and when you got the moon in Scorpio, I mean, if you're a female, I see you as this galactic priestess, this galactic goddess. Like, it's truly like a starseed energy, because it's a futuristic energy. It's from the future. And that's why the way people live their life, you can't really relate and you can't really understand, and you don't have similar goals because it doesn't excite you. It's old to you. It's traditional to you. It's outdated to you. And you're about the new, the future. You're the maverick. You don't conform. You're like, hell with what society expects. I'm not phased. I'm an individual. I'm a free spirit. And freedom is key for you. Now, where it can get tricky is with the moon, because the moon in Scorpio is a fixed water moon. So it feels at such a great degree, often to a point where it wants freedom from its own emotions and its own inner world. But because the oceans are so strong when it comes to the energy of being a Scorpio moon, it's difficult to break out because you just hold on too much. You can't let go at times. You can't release it. And that's where I can get conflicting, because, and that's what people sometimes perhaps cannot understand you. And when it comes to relationships, you have to be with someone who understands that you are an Aquarius sun and a Scorpio moon. And they need to learn about that. They need to learn about that because, the Scorpio moon feel safe and fulfilled when it has that emotional safety and that emotional comfort, the ride or die. But at the same time, the Aquarian energy in you, the free spirit in you, requires a lot of me time. And of course, the Scorpio moon requires a lot of solitude too. But when you got the sun in Aquarius, that's just adding more to that me time and that solitude. And, sometimes you need a lot of space. Like when you are feeling emotionally fulfilled, when that moon is feeling emotionally fulfilled, but then the Aquarius energy is like, okay, I feel a little, I need more space now. And I get it. Other people can't understand that. They're like, what is wrong with you? Like, are you interested in me? Are you not? Are you about this relationship? Are you not? They can, get really confused by it. But that's why you got to be with the right person who understands your magic, understands how freedom and me time and space, how important it is. I mean, Aquarius Sun and Scorpio moons have been social distancing since they were born. I mean, let's just say it how it is. And also, speaking of friendships and relationships, you got to be accepted for who you are. And you got to be accepted for the strong, powerful individual you are. And anybody that tries to tame you or control you or change you or mold you into something that they want you to be, yeah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work with an Aquarius sun and a Scorpio moon. Absolutely not. You will never hear from an Aquarius sun or Scorpio moon ever again, because how dare you? The Aquarius sun energy, its identity is all about individuality and celebrating people for who they are, holding space for people for who they are and not what you want them to be, not what makes you feel good about your insecurities or what have you. No, it's about authenticity. And you're a strong spirit, you're a strong soul. You can't be around weak energy. And the person you're, especially when it comes to relationships, they got to be a confident person. They can't have no low self-esteem. Because when you're as confident as you are and strong-spirited and strong-willed as you are, yeah, you're going to trigger someone with low self-esteem. And that's when the Aquarius sun is like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. That's a headache. You are just so unbothered by drama. Like, so unbothered. Drama doesn't faze you. You ain't got time for that. You're all about, let me do what I came here to do. Let me fulfill my mission, my destiny, my sole purpose. And then I'm out. Then I'm going to the futuristic planet that I came from. You're a highly intelligent, highly developed soul. And that's why you can't relate with how people live their life and what they believe in, because you're so futuristic. And that can intimidate people who are still living in the past. You're like a time traveling machine, like from the future visiting the past and trying to help them, because you lead by example. You have that indigo quality in you, that rebellious streak. You're the maverick, a game changer. You're all about bring something new to the table, a pioneer. And that's how I approach astrology. I mentioned this in my what does the sun mean in astrology video. Like, I'm all about bringing something new to astrology. because a lot of it can be so outdated and stuck and just recycled and repeated. And more channelers need to be astrologers too, to bring the wisdom, to bring something new. And that's what I'm all about. So I don't practice astrology in a traditional sense. No, I'm a true Aquarian. I'm unfazed by what anyone else is doing or how they do it, because my Scorpio moon supplies me with such strong psychic senses and intuition that I don't have to look anywhere for answers, because the answers are all within. And when you tune into that Scorpio moon energy, it will speak to you. And it gives you so much fire as well. Although it's a water sign, it's also ruled by Mars. It gives you so much fire. So although, you know, people may think you're so like laid back and chill and cool and like, you know, a little distant and reserved, if anybody pokes at you, they got it coming for them. Don't catch Aquarius Sun or a Scorpio Moon on the wrong day. No. Because when they unleash the dragon, ooh. And that's not a threat, that's a warning. Some people need reality checks. I also have previous shares that I've done on this combination, the Aquarius Sun and Scorpio Moon, on Riastrology. I'll link those videos down below. I think I have about 2 or 3 videos on this sun sign. And I find it to be the perfect balance, because we are emotional beings. We are here to master our emotions. And remember, mastering your emotions doesn't mean avoiding your emotions. It means understanding and evolving, right? And it's almost like, you know, you are this galactic being. So you're here to experience emotions, because if you didn't have the moon in Scorpio and you didn't have it in another water sign, you wouldn't be experiencing emotions. You wouldn't be having that human experience. It's almost like you're here on vacation to see what this earth is about and what humans are about and how they live their life. And you're like here with the moon in Scorpio, you were born with the moon in Scorpio, and you got like the exclusive human experience. You're having the most exclusive human experience here on earth by having such an intense moon that feels absolutely everything. And you're like, hang on a minute, what is this? How people like, is this how much people can feel? Because it's like, you be feeling the amount of emotion you be feeling, you need to put like 100 people together and you'll be feeling all their emotions in one go, because that's how powerful the moon in Scorpio is. And it's important for you, for your emotional like security and your emotional fulfillment, to be around people who accept you. And even if the circle is small, embrace it, because it's important to have a small circle, because, you know, Scorpio moons don't allow people to just walk into their life, especially when you're Aquarius Sun too, because yes, there's some Aquarians that can be like the social butterfly and what have you, but for the most part, they are very reserved and, you know, keep to themselves. So the circle is real small, and that's important because real people are hard to come by. So when you do have a small circle, you know it's a real circle. You know what I'm saying? And it's about the quality, never the quantity. And, you know, often people can be so fascinated by you. I'm not saying this because I'm an Aquarius Sun and Scorpio Moon. When you're an astrologer, it's not about the personal, it's about being neutral. And yes, of course, being empathetic and what have you, but you have to look at astrology from a very neutral point of view. You can't have like favorites, so I'm this and that's why I didn't know. That you're not, no. You gotta, a real astrologer, you understand, you gotta be neutral. And often people are fascinated by you because they're fascinated by something that is different. Someone who's not fazed by what everyone else is doing and leads by example and marches to the beat of their own drum. People are fascinated by that. They're either intimidated or fascinated. You know, you're a rarity, you're rare. You are rare to the core. And you don't like it when people are all up in your business like that, like they're trying to figure you out. You're like, keep on trying. You're never gonna figure me out. I'm a mystery. I'm from the future. You got a couple of lifetimes to catch up. Because it gets so annoying, right? When people like are just fascinated by you and they want to get to know you, but it's not genuine. You know, it doesn't feel genuine. Because the Scorpio moon is all about intimate, authentic, genuine bonds. And you're all about that soul. And with soul bonds, you ain't got to force it. It just happens naturally, like two magnets, right? This is a beautiful balance. So strong-spirited, so strong-spirited. I love this combination. I really do. And I wouldn't choose any other combination. Like, if I had to start all over again and I had to choose, I am blessed and content. Because I understand, as an alchemist, I understand that every energy has so much power, and is unique. And we are born at a certain time and day and place for a reason, for a purpose, and everything is divinely orchestrated. So now I want to do a pick a card reading. I'm using the Keepers of Light by Kyle Gray, and I love these cards because they are they have like both feminine and masculine energies. Did I mention in this video, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but when I think of like Aquarian energy, I think of like starseed energy, galactic energy. And when I think of Aquarius women with a moon in Scorpio, I see you as a galactic goddess, That's how I see you. That's the vision that I get. Okay, so I'm going to pull out 3 cards. So whilst I shuffle, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and think of a number. 1, 2, or 3. The first number that comes up for you. Take your time. Okay. So card number 1. Oh, we have Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. I just also did a Pisces and Scorpio moon video, and Archangel Michael came through. He always comes through because he's always just so active here on earth. You know, he's giving me all the Aquarian energy. Like, he just looks like so strong, so like, you can't read me. I got a poker face, but he's just so divine. And you know what he reminds me of? Divine Aquarian men. Divine Aquarian men that are all about freedom and about doing something good for humanity. You know, adding to this ascension period that we're in. Aquarian men who are the water bearers, you know, that's a divine man. And I love Aquarian men. They're so galactic. They're just so galactic, you know, especially Aquarian men who have a lot of Aquarian energy. They're just so beautiful. So You are safe. Angels, stand close, surrender your concerns, and allow a miracle to occur. So if you're not familiar with Archangel Michael, he's everyone's favorite angel, and you can connect with him through meditation, do automatic writing, learn more about him, what he stands for, the energies he's known for. He is such a protector. He always has this beautiful Excalibur with him, his sword. You see that blue crystal that he has there? That's his color. And yeah, whenever you want to feel protected and safe, you want that divine masculine energy, call upon Archangel Michael. And if you do have anything that you're holding on to, surrender, especially in the time we're in right now, because Aquarian people are all about freedom and being the free spirits. When you look at what's going on collectively, it feels very much so that our freedom is being taken away from us. We're not allowed to have freedom of thought, freedom of choice. And that can be very difficult for Aquarians. Very difficult, especially when you got the moon in Scorpio, because you can see through the lines. That psychic abilities, the psychic abilities that you have allow you to see what is going on. When you're really in tune, when you have really activated your psychic abilities, you're able to see what's going on. And it may be really affecting you because you want to be free. You want to move around. Perhaps you want to travel. You don't want to be restricted. You don't want to feel like you're being held captive. You want to live your life because you're all about that freedom. You're all about humanity. And at this time, you're perhaps it's bothering you. It's really getting to you. And also transiting right now, anyways, as I'm recording, Saturn is in Aquarius. So depending on where your sun is at, maybe you're feeling like there's a lot of restrictions, like your life feels like it's not moving forward, or, it's just, you feel like you're very limited at this time. And the energy is very melancholic. Surrender and allow miracles to occur. So if you picked card number 2, we had this beautiful card that came out, the Miriam. Sacred vision, choose to forgive in order to heal, see the lights in all, remember that love has no boundaries. I'm not that familiar with these, this energy in specific. I haven't really connected much with this one. But if you are holding on to something, a grudge, any dark emotion that you're not letting go of, practice forgiveness. Or, something you need to forgive yourself for so that you can heal. And see the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. I'll type up these ascended beings in the description box so that you can learn more about them and perhaps do your research. But what I'm just getting from this card, I don't see this card very often. But it's I'm just feeling the energy of it. It's just very divine and beautiful. Yeah, very soothing. Said the Miriam. Okay, card number 3, we have Mary Magdalene. Teacher awakens, you have something important to share, follow the inner call, don't let anything stop you. You already know that you are leaders and you have so much wisdom and so much magic to share. So much insight. When you're from the future, you're here to activate, you are here to awaken. And this card says teacher awakens, and perhaps, with what's been going on since 2020, something has activated within you, something has come online, and so you've been receiving so much information and just activations, and you have so much wisdom to share with others. And it says here, you have something important to share, and whatever it is, share it. You're galactic. You know how much wisdom you hold. And if it's calling you, if it keeps on calling you, and it says here, follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. and you don't let anything stop you. So listen to that intuition, connect with that moon, connect with that wisdom. The Aquarius energy is also a very left brain energy, so it's all about that mental stimulation. Also, Aquarian people can get a lot of intuitive flashes because of that Uranus influence. So listen to your intuition and your wisdom. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're an Aquarius Sun, Scorpio Moon, connect with me down below. Share with me your experiences and your thoughts. And make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Tap on the notification bell so you're notified every time I do drop a brand new episode. And you can connect with me on Instagram. I'm the most active there. My username is @Riastrology, and for sessions, I do astrology sessions, past life hypnosis sessions, quantum energy healing sessions, and mindful media and conscious creative sessions. And the link will be down below to my website. It's riastrology.com. So Aquarius Sun and Scorpio Moons, keep on being your true self, keep being the leaders that you are, keep channeling your galactic energy and following your intuition as always. And I'll see you in another episode. Lots of love.